What's up, everyone? Welcome to another week of On the Level presented by Player1NE Gaming. I am one of your hosts, Miracle K Worker.
Rise Serenity.
And your boy, Devs Momochi.
Hey, you see how he didn't say Tag Bag Master? That's because he
Not yet.
lost it. He
Hold on.
lost it. You feel me? He
No,
lost it.
I ain't
He
lose.
can't claim shit no more. Hey, but we're glad to be back for another On the Level episode. And we have some news. It's just more or less follow-ups from last week.
Mhm.
A little plug and play here and there, with some new stuff that we learned. But we'll get right into the news. Serenity, how did you feel about State of Play? I know you wanted to bring it up a little bit. How did you feel about it?
It was okay. It's kind of what I expected, especially because Sony didn't make a big deal out of it. I
Oh
did like the
no,
new Death Stranded gameplay.
didn't I didn't even hear anything about it. we
Yeah, exactly. Big deal. They just I didn't even know, and it's just like
yeah.
it was so crazy. It wasn't even on trending. That's how much of it Sony
No,
didn't
it
give
wasn't. I
a
you
shit.
you get on IGN and
It
then it's
wasn't.
like State of Play. What?
Yeah,
This
it
happened?
didn't trend on you. It didn't trend. It didn't trend on YouTube. It didn't trend on Twitter. It didn't trend on. It just didn't
Nothing.
trend. So that it
Nothing.
just flew right under the radar. I did like the new Death Stranding gameplay. I thought that was really nice. One of the new games, like one of the only new games I was looking forward to, was the Hunter's Arena game. That looks very interesting. I like combat games. Monster Hunter kind of pushed me into it, and I want a game that will have that combat, but the wackiness too. I thought For Honor was just too serious, and even though I love toxicity, I feel like For Honor is just it's not warranted. Like it's the game is so simple for there to be this much toxicity. I just didn't care enough for it, so For Honor kind of got pushed to the side. But
Yeah, for
Hunter's
sure.
Arena looked really cool.
Hunter
Other than that, a
Hunter
lot of the games,
Hunter's Arena. I just looked it up because I you were mentioning it earlier. Hunter's Arena looks really good. Um,
yeah,
you know,
I'm
30
really excited
30
for that game.
player melee focused, battle royale.
So that looks really
It
cool.
looks dope.
It's just skill. It looks really cool. It looks dope.
Oh,
I don't
it
even
does
want
look more
to.
skill based for sure. It
I
kind of
really
gives
wanted to play
me
that game.
some good vibes, especially
Yeah. So
when
that
I'm watching the trailer right now. It looks good. I'm okay. I'm excited for that. Let
yeah.
me pause that.
Hunter's Arena was like Hunter's Arena was. I was like, yeah, that game looked like this shit. So
No,
besides
but
Hunter's Arena,
for
Death
sure
Stranded, every other game was like okay, it was cool.
they really
I
don't
watched the
have
playthrough.
much.
Yeah, I'd watch the playthrough. I wouldn't buy it. Between you'd watch the Rad Brad or Hollow play it or go whoever you watch play solo play games. That's somebody I'd watch. I'd watch the game be played. I wouldn't really play it myself.
No, for sure.
And like to be honest, I'm not surprised because God of War wasn't. They did like it just wasn't in it. None of the heavy hitters that PlayStation's normally known to bring was not mentioned in State of Play at all. So I'm
Well,
not
well, I know it's because
surprised.
most of them got pushed back. Like I
Right.
know, yeah, I
So
know God of War got pushed back. I think by a year, almost. I think.
so I'm not surprised, honestly, that PlayStation just will say,
No,
because it's not. There's no real attention drawers, right? But you
no,
can
there isn't,
just.
and maybe that's why it flew under the radar.
Well, exactly. There's no attention drawers. So for PlayStation to spend a whole bunch of money in advertising and for not a return investment as far as hype in the community, it makes sense. I get it. You want to still promote the games that you have, but why make a big deal out of something that's not it? Why cry wolf? Why? So I understand, but still something that should be brought up because most people missed it. Again, we didn't even that happened like 2 or 3 days ago.
Hmm.
So
I just don't like the fact that it legit like came out of nowhere without like anyone like without them saying anything about it. It just legit came out of nowhere.
I mean, it was 30 minutes. I will say this: at least it wasn't Capcom's. hour and 30 minute wait time for 10 minutes worth of like subpar games. State of Play, it was what it was. You got in, it showed you the games, and you were gone in 30 minutes, and I could fast forward through a lot of games. So I do applaud them for not wasting my time.
Yeah, that's true. Like again, I got pretty excited because one of the games I'm actually anticipating is the Sifu game. Sifu game.
Mhm.
They showed a little bit of gameplay of that. That was actually pretty legit, especially like again they showed more of because I don't know. I got to read up on it, but I feel like each time you get KO'd or you die or something like that, you come back to life. You know, you go up the age. You learn like it's just I kind of want to see how they really going to implement that for the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, Sad part. The problem is that's a 2022 release. So gonna have to wait on that. Another game that looked fucking good, and I'm only saying this because I just started watching the fucking series, is that Demon Slayer game. That Demon Slayer game looks like it's gonna be high tier. It looks like it's made from the same guys who made the Storm games. Um, I just like that aesthetic of it. You know, just
No,
like
absolutely. I'll give you that. I don't know. It's games like that. I feel they're good for one playthrough, and then that's it.